About set to begin another week of football, and happy to have you along. We are underway on Thursday night primetime. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Now we'll see what the right arm of Dak Prescott has in store as the Dallas Cowboys offense sets up shop.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line.
That's good for a Cowboys first down. First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Again, it's Williams. Taken down at the 42.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's Prescott, eluding the pressure right. And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down. Prescott now from the 50. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it fourth down. They run. It's Williams. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's first and 10. Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down at about the 42. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. He finds his man, complete. That's Ferguson. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Well, that one hurts. I mean, it was 3rd down, of course, but now the penalty, and we're back to first down.
Yeah, it hurts momentum in a big way, and they built that up here in the early going. Now, that leaves the opposition with a first down. That's a mistake you don't want to make at this point in the game.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys.
First down. First and 10 at the 30-yard line.
Now Williams running left to the 27-yard line.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
They'll run it with Williams. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Prescott from the gun. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Jahad Campbell in there to get him for a loss of 9 yards, and that also leads to 4th down.
A 52-yard attempt.
And his kick is indeed good. And the Cowboys are going to jump out to a 3-0 lead. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
A career high in touchdown passes last season with 25, but wants to make the next jump in terms of consistency. Both himself and his offense maneuvering the ball down the field.
And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
He was taken down at the 22-yard line. It's a gain of
An entertaining start to this one. More to come on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. 3rd and 8. As they've got it as we resume action. Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Smith. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No first down. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That's taken on the 25. 34 yards on the return. But for a moment, looked like he had a shot to go all the way. And the Cowboys are going to take over in great position here with a 1st and 10. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. 54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards.
Cowboys, first down. 1st and goal at the 8-yard line.
Prescott. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Coaches talk about it all the time. Players talk about it as well. Excellent job staying disciplined in coverage and making that stop. Inside the red zone, every stop like that could be preventing a possible touchdown.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. They were held to a field goal on their first drive. They want 6 now, but it's 3rd and goal. Prescott to throw it. This is caught. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that first down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here we go with Williams. And he'll get in. Touchdown. Javonte Williams taking it in from a yard out. And the Cowboys take a chance, but they find pay dirt on 4th and goal. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That time a 6-play drive. And it was capped off by a Javonte Williams touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Shreds him with a stiff arm. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Here's 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's Hurts to throw. Hurts dangerous when he runs that football. He's got a first.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that'll bring up second down. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. 10-0 our score. Here's a 2nd and 5. Hurts sets up to throw it. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds.
Number 26,
so 1st and 10 now from the 30.
22 yards. And an Eagle first down.
Throwing is Hurts. Turns out to be a great idea to top that one. Good for 24 yards. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. He can't get him down. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 5 yards, a good run there, and now 2nd and goal. Barkley will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown.
Sometimes offenses can get too cute down near the goal line, but there's nothing fancy about this one. As Coach Lombardi would say, we get a seal here, and we get a seal here, and we run this play in the alley. And that's good work to hit the hole hard and finish in the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now.
Makes the score Cowboys 10.
So this drive spans 7 plays. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. The Cowboys offense and Javonte Williams head out for this next drive. And as a play caller, when you've got a guy who's running like this, you lean on him and your offensive line. He's had big hole after big hole to run through in this first half.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up
now Prescott.
3.
Incomplete. And we're down to 8 seconds now.
Intended for George.
And the Cowboys going to bring on Brian Anger to punt on 4th down. Britton Covey deep for Philadelphia. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The final second ticks by, and that's going to do it for the first half of play. So halftime is upon us on Thursday night primetime, and we go off to Orlando and Scott Hansen for our halftime report. Due to time constraints, we move you forward in today's broadcast to the beginning of the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin quarter number 3. But they do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Eagles.
Play action. Here's Hurts. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Finally hauled down for the first time this game, multiple defenders in there to drop him. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage, and that time they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. They'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just talking about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
That'll go as a punt of 42, 7 on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And this is going to be a Cowboys first down as he's got this up to the 40-yard line. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, sometimes a thing of beauty.
103 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the counter, here's Williams. No dice this go-around. He's hit behind the line and taken down. Play 3 of the drive not as successful. They go backwards after those 2 first down gains.
2nd and 11. At the Eagles.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. That's caught by Flanoy. It'll go down as a gain of 6. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
3rd and 5.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
He was brought down by Zach Vaughn. A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
Prescott now. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
10 at the 29-yard line.
The busy night continues for Williams. Oh, great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
16 yards. That's good for a Cowboys first down.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. Escaping the pressure right. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
And the Cowboys are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line.
And the Cowboys first down. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
4th quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Williams. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage.
Just shy of the goal line.
They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
2nd and goal.
It's a keeper with Prescott. And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. The sneak successful from a yard out. And the Cowboys will add to their fourth quarter lead. But that makes this a two-score ball game. And, you know, the way this thing has been going, Charles, two scores kind of feels like 3 or 4 scores.
Yeah, that's a great observation. It's been a heck of a battle, hasn't it? And points have been at a premium throughout this game. So you have to wonder, is this going to be too much for them to overcome?
The extra point up and good by Aubrey. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Nifty move. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Philadelphia's offense ready to give us another look. Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Now back to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39.
Dallas Goddard.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Philadelphia.
They're going to look to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. He finds him again, Saquon Barkley. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain.
A gain of a yard brings up 2nd and 9. At the Cowboys.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got this pretty close to a 1st down at the Cowboys' 40-yard line.
He's tackled at the
They need 2. Here's 3rd down.
A gain of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of 4 yards.
They're going on 4th down with Hurts. The Eagles unable to convert there on 4th. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So still over 3 minutes remaining in this game, but boy, not getting that when that hurt.
That's a little bit demoralizing, so they have to be careful about that because still have an opportunity if they can get some things done on defense. But now, since they've taken over on downs, a team with the ball, guess what? Going to 4-minute offense, maybe they can put this thing away.
Now 2nd and 5.
At the 46-yard line.
Now we give up the middle to Williams. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. The offense on 3rd down tonight, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Critical play in this football game because if they pick up the 1st there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And the Eagles are going to take over in great field position. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 2nd down and a little more than a yard here.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to throw. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
A gain of 9 yards.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done.
A gain of 15. 1st down, Philadelphia.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. They'll come up now on second down.
Second and 3.
He'll drop to throw. Buying time to his left. And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. And Barkley will try to punch it in. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his second touchdown of the night. And the Eagles have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. They get one more as the extra point's up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
14.
So just under 2 minutes to play, and this would figure to pretty much be your ball game right here. And the Cowboys are able to recover. They just about had to get that recovery to have any chance. They only have one timeout. You look at the clock, and let's do the math here, Charles. This one's pretty much over.
Yeah, we do have a chart here, don't we, that tells us about the timeouts.
You do. I'm not as smart as you.
And in looking at it, you're exactly right. Chart's not going to help them here at all. They're pretty much done at this stage. They had to have that recovery.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Here's Prescott. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else with the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
Well, I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it. And they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. Hurts and the Eagles now down 20-14, under a minute 20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. He's got Smith here. Gosh, given the time in the short game, would he have been better off just dropping that?
Yeah, when you look at the clock, you think so, but it's hard to get a receiver to drop a football. They're trained to catch everything.
At the 30-yard line.
Goes right back to Smith again. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the first down.
A gain of 15. First down, Philadelphia.
And at 50 seconds left, he'll spike it to stop the clock. Under 50 seconds to play. Here's 2nd and 10. He's back to throw. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 44-yard line.
A gain of 11 on the play.
And now the spike with 36 seconds left to go. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. Well, the noise got to be an issue now offensively. Here's 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. But this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here first down. Back to throw. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
A 10-yard loss
Well, it came down to the final play in such a close ballgame. What a game it was, but they can't get that last throw off. Good job by that defense to get in there for the sack to seal it.
And for fans watching the game, a little bit anticlimactic, don't you think, partner? Not even able to get off one last throw to see how it would have turned out. Instead, pass rush got to him and ended it that way.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Cowboys as we sign off and say so long from Arlington.